important than the moisture, because you want to be able to focus on getting rid of the germ rather than your moisture aspect. So as you can see, quite a messy job. See how it is? Now you might want to leave that for a while, dripping somewhere, you know, I don't know, you might have a wine glass or something that you want to use to sit it into, and then it will just slowly drip, just like an egg, into it. I'm not making time for that. So, you know, it has that beautiful light sort of glow, just like you get in the sanitizer. And once you've added the alcohol to it, it will become a lot more watery. So don't worry too much that it's this sticky, because it will change. So now I'm going to blend this in my blender with the alcohol. Don't watch the fact that my blender looks a bit dirty. I use it so often, baking cakes and all sorts of things, so it does look a bit manky. In a house full of kids, you kind of don't always have time to do everything you want to do. So to quick wipe down my blender when I finish cooking it is sometimes an easier way to handle it, rather than making time to clean all the crevices of my blender. So it's not going to look beautiful or perfect, but it's functional. I clean where I need to. So right. So let's move all this stuff out of the way. Obviously, I suppose I confused you there that I didn't use the whole thing. Yes, you can use the whole thing, the whole aloe vera, but I just felt like using only a part of it. It's not a big deal. Like I said, it's only meant to be a third of the use. So here's the aloe vera going into the blender. But you can see that. Yeah, so it's dripping into the blender. Right. Oops. Right, don't need that now. So, and then we're going to take a third of the rum. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use a marker point for which you can kind of know exactly what I mean by a third. And get some elastic bands to show you what that would be. I'm sure most people know what a third is, but just to be considerate. So this is the full bottle. This is 1/3. This is an easier way to work 3 parts, or work out what 3 parts of a bottle is. You know, it's up there. So I mean, it's a rough guess. It's nothing perfected, you know. So this is what I'm talking about. Just use the elastic, play around. Even your kids, you can kind of use this as like a tool. Get different kinds of containers and say, oh, what is a third? And what, use an elastic. You can, you know, it's a little game to play. You know, giving them a slight bit of physical action to work out what part of something is. And this is 1, 2, 3, 3/3, and we're going to take 1, 2 of it, 2/3. So far we've got to that much, which is a third and a bit. Maybe that's like 20%. Keep going up. There we go. We've reached our third. So we don't need the rest of that now. I might add more aloe vera if it gets very watery. And turn it. It smells good. one for rum, but that smells really nice. Right, so we've still got quite a bit of the aloe vera. So we're gonna, I mean, I could chop this up into little bits as well. Saves time. Tell you what, now that it's mixed together, look, you still got that consistency, that sort of gel-like consistency from it. And the aloe vera is literally breaking up. So I'm going to chop it up a little bit more. So as you can see, it's just two things. Two things. I prefer the aloe vera to the glycerine. It takes a while. If it has not broken down thoroughly, it's not a big deal, to be honest. I'm a bit busy using my jug right now to make tie-dye, a little fun thing for my children, with red cabbage to do tie-dye with paper. Red cabbage is not good for material, it makes no difference at all, but with paper it makes a good colorant. Yeah, so this is muslin. This is like what they call in the in Sainsbury's, like you can get these reusable produce bags. They're very good for putting your fruits and vegetables, your onions in, and you can get it for like 80p in Sainsbury's. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put it over my container here. Oh, it really does smell like sanitizer now. You can smell the potency, and I do like the rum smell. I'm not a rum drinker, but I do like the smell. So right, so as you can see, it's become more elusive. It's become more liquefied. My blender's not that brilliant. It sort of takes the substance underneath the blade. So with the alcohol in it, it's literally broken down the aloe vera so much that maybe the whole stem of aloe vera I should use. So the whole of this, I should really use it. But because I didn't want to take a long time showing you this video by taking ages cutting it. So now this muslin, like I said, 80p on Sainsbury's. You can use it to basically use it as a strainer to help break down the aloe vera a bit more. Now, some people might be thinking, why don't you just add the glycerine as well? But the thing is, the glycerine is more of a thinning, and, you know, it's probably, I don't like putting too many chemicals together, basically, so, and it acts differently, so you've got alcohol, you've got moisturiser from the glycerin, from the aloe vera, you've got the gelling consistency, so this is my favourite. But I would not add the glycerin as well. If I did, I'll probably just add like a teaspoon or something, a tablespoon, to ensure that moisture goes to the skin. but aloe vera is brilliant for that. Glycerol, they use glycerol, the chemical. That is not for skin. That one, they would use that in like those tubs that I use for getting moisture out of an environment, like your bathroom that gets too moist and creates mold. So glycerol would be more for that, whereas glycerine is for your skin. As you can see, my aloe vera probably needs a bit more blending. No big deal, doesn't bother me, because look, you still got it, still in there. So I'm going to now give that another blend to mix it completely together. So I'm going to pour that back in. So there is a kind of separation between the aloe vera and the alcohol. But if, say, you're using like the bottles that have got the sprayer, it would just be, it's even better, the fact that it's got that looseness. Now you're wondering probably how much that costs. That must be so expensive. Yes, it is. This will cost you £15 to £18, this bottle alone, let alone the big 770 ml. So now I'm going to pour it back in. As you can see, it's mixed up pretty well, and you're getting that sort of gooey consistency throughout, because we've mixed the alcohol, blended it well, and so there's a balance between the gooiness of there's a mixed balance between the gooiness and the alcohol, so it's not so gooey, but it's not gooey, if that makes sense. It's not proper English, but you get the drift. So right, this is the point in which we get to where we start putting it in our bottles. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't find a funnel, which a funnel would have been ideal. I don't know what I've done to my funnel, because I had to pack away a lot of products in my kitchen, because having children around, instead of washing up a bowl, they'll rather go and use a tub or something to have their cereal in or something, and it's really annoying because you have all this pile of washing up. So, and then you have to tell them, oh no, you can't have this now, you can't have that now. So they'll sneak behind your back, and use these items when you're not around, whether I'm at work or the shops or something, you know. So I've worked out the quick and fast ways. On holidays, I pack away all my cutlery and you only leave enough so everyone's got a bowl and a plate and a spoon and whatever, one to each person. So as you can see, I'm pouring the liquid in there. Sanitizer all ready. Okay, that is one bottle of sanitizer. Okay. Two bottles of sanitizer. Three bottles of sanitizer. 4 bottles of sanitizer. There you go. So we've got 4 bottles of sanitizer from half a stem of large aloe vera, and so that's 1/3 of moisturizer, whether it be glycerol or glycerine or whether it be aloe vera. In this case it's aloe vera, and then you've got 2/3 of an alcohol, which is your antiseptic. And you know, you can feel it. My hands feel so soft. You know, before this video, I don't know if you can see on this video, my hands were very dry. Look at it now. You don't see any dry cracks or anything. It's really nice on the skin. It feels soft. I can feel the antiseptic coolness from the alcohol. So yeah, simple as that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 bottles of antiseptic. There you go. It's not a big thing. Oops, sorry. Wasn't watching where I was pouring everything. Right. 4 bottles of antiseptic from this 2/3 bottle of alcohol. See? 2/3 of alcohol. Half a stem of aloe vera. Or, again, 1/3 of glycerol, and then you get 4 bottles of sanitizer. These bottles, like I said, you can get from Poundland, Super Drugs. It's cheaper to get it from Poundland. I think you can get a bottle of 6 from Poundland, and they come with other kind of containers like lip balm containers. They can even have the 2 spray bottles in there, so it works out like 6. So yeah, there you go. I hope that helped you guys. I hope that was a very informative and beneficial video. So this is the store-bought sanitizer. This is the homemade sanitizer. Okay? So not that much different really. See? It's going to be a lot more liquefied. The more aloe vera you add, the more jelly it's going to be. Obviously, they might have added something like gelatin or pectin to make it jellified like this, but ultimately the antiseptic property is the alcohol. And that's it. 2 things. 2 things is all you need. Either your glycerol and your aloe vera for moisture, just 1/3, and 2/3 of 60% alcohol, 60 volume alcohol. This one's 63. I hope you appreciate that video. Have a good one and stay safe and stay inside. Thank you.